Thank you so much for all of you that you joined this healing session and activation. Today is the 22nd of February 2021 and I'm Aurena Gartefola. I'm a healer, I'm a psychic, I'm a multidimensional being. I can see and read energies, and I can, within seconds, I can see your energies and what's going on. So today is 22nd, which is like 2, 2, and then 2, and 2, 2, and 1. And I chose that date because February is Aquarius. It's about freedom, independency. It's about being together in a group, but being free and embracing your psychic abilities and who you are, and being yourself. 2 also means me and you. 2 also means the male and the female in me. It also means the balance. It means yin and yang. It means duality. So I really want to help you to activate your heart space and Taurus. They say also Taurus energy. So I hope you're going to be vegan like today and tomorrow. No alcohol, no dairy products, because it makes the process easier. I always work on body, mind and soul. This life, other lifetimes and other dimensions, ancestor lineage. So we're working a lot with the body, with the cells and the DNA. So it makes life so much easier for you if your body doesn't have to focus on digestion and eating. So that's why please drink enough water. You use aroma oils, okay? You can, what I always do is actually nice. I put it on my palm. And then I inhale it like really strong 3 times. And then I put it on my temples. I put it on my 3rd eye, on my neck. I also put it here. Okay, here. Because the skin is very sensitive and thin. And it goes into the lymphatic stream, which goes into your nervous system. And the nerves, when you strengthen them and you make yourself feel good, it's like so important, okay? So even when I'm stressed or I travel, I always have my aroma oils and of course my water. And then what you can use as well is you can use like rose quartz. Rose quartz is helping for the heart chakra, okay? So that's helping to heal broken hearts, relationships, which we're going to tap into it right now. This workshop is for men, but if there's a woman here as well, that doesn't matter, because we have male and female within us. And I always say universe knows best. If you have any questions, hi Vince, if you have any questions you can always ask. But what I would like to do is I want you to take a piece of paper and a pen and write down like family, your mom, your dad, your childhood, kindergarten, school, workplace, friends, neighbors, and something maybe partner, ex-partner, which is important to you, okay? So write it down in one lane and then make rows that you can write down and make your notes. That's very important, or however you want to write it down. So I want to start with your mom. I want to start and heal the female, the mother, you know, the mother aspect. Many of you men, I know that have a strong connection to their mothers. They say, oh no, I'm trying to stay away from her. But when we are born, especially when we are in the tummy of the mother, have you known, I mean, in those 9 months, we're in the darkness and we're connected to the, it's called the cord. We have the natal cord from your navel to her like placenta. And you're connected 9 months with her in her tummy, in her womb. So you will feel what she feels. You will go through all the processes, what she goes through, the way the father, your father, her partner treated her, sexuality. So there is an exercise I want to do, and you can do that even before you go to bed today. Because when your dad and your mom, it doesn't matter if you know him or not, it doesn't matter. When they met, there's an energetic pattern, a special connection, which allows your soul to incarnate into the body of your mom. So what I want to do right now is an exercise, and please just be open, let it flow, let it happen, don't think about it, just go with it, whatever I'm saying, and I always work with trust and you'll see it works wonders. So I want to do a little exercise. I want you to visualize you seeing your dad and your mom. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. It can be just energetically, you're just visualizing them on the day when they received you, when they created you, okay? So I want you to see you being a soul, and you can just do it. Just trust yourself. If you have issues visualizing something, then just feel it. If you can't feel it, maybe you can smell it. If you can't smell it, then maybe taste it. If you can't taste it, hear it. There, whatever you see, feel, it's correct, it's right, okay? Just trust yourself. So I want you to visualize you being a soul, being somewhere in the universe, and then you see your mom and your dad on Earth, tiny little Earth, and you zoom into Earth and you see your dad and your mom in the bedroom, in the kitchen, in the car, wherever they were, it doesn't matter. And you see them. You see that you have made a contract with them, coming to Earth to incarnate with them. Okay, to incarnate into their family, because there's something which you want to learn from them. So, of course, we all know, and I don't want to make it taboo, and I don't want to be like shy and embarrassed about your parents having sex. So, to have a baby, we need a sperm and the egg cell, okay? So your mom has the egg cell and your dad has the sperm. Okay, so I want you to visualize you being a soul coming into your mom's womb and then looking at her egg, the cell. Is it dark? Is it bright? Do you feel heavy? How does it feel? You looking at the egg cell, the ovaries at your mom's. Like when you look at her, just visualize it, it's in front of you. And what I want you to do is, if it's dark or heavy, just close your eyes and take your hands, and in front of you is the egg, the cell, the ovary, and take everything out which is heavy, dark and negative. All the heavy emotions, even when you feel it in your body, take it out from the egg. Do it as long as you see, till it becomes bright and shiny and clear and light. If it doesn't become light and clear and shiny and clean, ask your guides. You can ask the archangels, you can ask the Arcturians, the Pleiades, you can ask Source, you can use the violet flame or any other flames, whoever you're comfortable with. Ask them to please help you in that process to clear that ovary, that cell, okay? Take your time. You can always stop the video. You can rewatch it. So keep clearing it till it feels clean. And when you see the ovary like really clean, shiny and bright, you can feel it in your body, okay? You will feel the difference. It might be that you yawn. When you yawn, it's amazing because that means you're not tired. It means you're releasing a lot of old energies. If you want to stretch yourself, stretch yourself. That's good because we have old energy stored in our muscles and cells, so stretch yourself. Also make sure you drink enough water, okay, before doing that exercise. So when you see that cell shiny and bright and clean, you bring it into your heart and breathe it in. And when you breathe out, it goes and is being absorbed in your full body. Do it 3 times. And you will feel a shift and a change. And even when you think of your mom now, you will feel a shift in the emotions. Hi Bartek. You say it doesn't look heavy, it's white with blue center. That's great. But if it doesn't look heavy, how does it feel when you look at it? Because every human being has some issues which like stress or whatever. So just look into it and also feel it. You can close your eyes, okay? Vince, if you have any feedback, please give it to me and let me know. And if you watch the video later, you can always write something and I can always message later on. It doesn't matter if you're live or not, okay? Okay, so do that exercise, inhale it and breathe it and bring it back into your heart. That's most important. And also feel yourself. Are you inside your body? Are you next to yourself? Are you more in your head? Are you in your feet? Feel yourself. That's very important. Breathe in and out. Yeah. And it's just intention. Don't stress yourself. It's just, I want to bring it into my body. It happens, okay? We are starseeds. We are beautiful light beings. It's just intentions, okay? And we're going to clear and release some more during the process. I will also explain some more things. Okay, so it can be that your mom or your dad is from a very Catholic background or Hindu background or Buddhist background or Muslim background. And they have issues about sexuality, culture or religion. And they're having an arranged marriage, or it was a one-night stand, or it was love, but they're feeling very embarrassed, or it was the first time they had sex and already they received you and maybe your mom or your dad were not ready to have you. All those emotions, all those memories are stored in the cells of your mom and your dad, in the sperm and in the cell. So I want you to release all of those, because of the beliefs, the shame, the guilt, the fear, sexuality, addiction, porn, those things we want to clear, release, self-esteem, self-love. How does your mom, how does your dad feel when they had sex with each other? You're going to have that within you because you're that child. So don't be embarrassed or anything or ashamed of what we're talking right now, because you're just going to release something heavy from you. It's going to be removed from you. And trust whatever comes, you know. Your parents are not going to talk about it. Some do, some not. And even the egg cells and the sperm is also ancestor lineage, right? So it's stored within your DNA. Psychic abilities or trauma or war, all those things are stored. Okay, so when you have integrated that egg cell in your heart, feel your body, how does it feel? So I want you to visualize your dad and then the sperm. When you visualize, and can close your eyes if you like, you visualize the sperm in front of you. Are they slow? Are they fast? Are they many? Is it just one? Do they look healthy? How does it feel? Is it heavy? Is it dark? Is it dirty? Is it bright? And then again, take your hands and remove all the negative emotions, all the negative beliefs, the fear, the shame, the anger, the heaviness. You can maybe not breathe. Take it all out. Take those emotions out. Next to you, there's a flame. Just bring it all into the flame and it's going to be cleansed and cleared. You can also visualize that there's a vacuum coming from the angelic realm and they're just vacuuming everything, all the heavy and dirty stuff, and they're vacuuming it, okay? You can also visualize that there's water, rain, washing and cleansing and clearing, like taking a shower, the sperm. You can also do that. I mean, take your time and I want you to do it yourself. Yours was dark, swallowing it after I cleansed felt good. Yeah, but you bring it into your heart, okay? I don't know what you mean with swallowing. You bring it into your heart. After I cleansed felt good. Good, that's good, that's good. And you can keep repeating those exercises once a week or 3 times a day, 3 times in a row, 3 days in a row. So let's save it, focus on the sperm. So do the same with the sperm. You can vacuum cleanse it. You can take a shower and wash it and scrub it. You can ask again Sajama or any other ancestors to help you, or your ascendant masters. Whoever you're comfortable with is helping you in the process till it's clear and clean and sparkly, okay? All right? And when you're ready and it's shiny and you feel good about it and it's nice, sometimes it happens, it stays dark even though you have help and support and they clean it, keeps coming back. and you might even feel pain in the body, then you can say, that's really important, I hereby announce and declare to clear myself from all the burden and heaviness, the soul contracts between me and my dad, between me and my mom, between me and my ancestors, to release all the pain, the burden, anxiety, shame, fear, guilt, contracts, oaths, promises, spells, curses, black magic. I'm going to release it right now for the highest good of all, because I'm allowing myself to be in my own power, and I take my power back. I take the responsibility back to me for my part of the agreement, and I give the responsibility back to my parents for their part of the agreement. Whatever I came here for to learn here on this earth plane, the life, the mission. Life mission and soul part and soul mission. And then breathe in and out, and I'm releasing it now. Breathe in and out. Thank you. Thank you for helping me in the process. Breathe it in and out. Fairies can help. They're amazing with beautiful light beings. They can help you. Okay, then see again and look at the sperm. If you feel a change, then please breathe it into your heart. Breathe it in and out. 3 times. And you can even, maybe some people can see the aura color changing. Mine turned into blue right now. Okay, if you have done that, I want you to visualize you being born, being a baby, in your mom's or your dad's arms or wherever you grew up. And look at the baby, look at the child, okay? So you looking at the baby as a soul from above, looking at the baby. Is the baby happy? Is the baby healthy? How's the energy of the baby? Please do the same thing. Visualize the baby in front of you. Take out all the heavy burdens and energies. If you have been sick as a child, remove the sickness as much as you need. Take all the negative energies and put it into the flame, or wash it and cleanse it, or use the vacuum cleanser, transform it, however you wish. And when you see the baby smiling and laughing and giggling at you, that's when you bring the baby also back into your heart and breathe it in 3 times. And then see how you feel and how your energy shifts and how you feel about yourself being a man or a woman. Some have, okay, there's a big burden men have. Many cultures and religions said, oh, the woman has to have the firstborn child, has to be a boy. So there's a burden on the man, the father, and there's a burden on the mother having a boy. Being a boy in a family doesn't always comes easy, because that means you have responsibilities and a burden in being the supreme and the leader of the family ancestral lineage, even though you don't want it, because the caste, the system, religion, culture tells you to do that. Some even, when you're being gay, or if you want to be an artist, you don't want to step into the footstep of your dad or your mom or their expectations. I want you to feel that heaviness, that burden in your heart. Write down, if you have time, and you can pause the video, write down all the beliefs you think and you feel you have to perform within your family, and your mom or your dad wants you to be a certain way. Please write that down. You being a man, you being a woman. That is a huge burden. Like for me, yes, my brother was the firstborn, but I was so much, I'm like the second one, but me being a woman, I was so much like stronger, being so much more leader than my brother. So we always had this fight and struggle, because I in a way took his first place, which is not good and not healthy, but my character is that way. So what I want you to do is we're going to correct the ancestral lineage within the family constellation. There's something called family constellation healing and clearing, which people, you can Google it. I don't want to get too much into it, but I don't recommend it for starseeds. There's so many easy ways, which we are going to do right now. So depending if you are being the first, the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth child, please also calculate. Many parents don't talk about it when they lost a child. There may be one before you and maybe one after you or two after you, and they are there in the family constellation, but no one talks about them. So what you can do is you can light a candle, or you can take a crystal which you don't need anymore, and you take it for all the unborn children in your family constellation, and then you say, I'm very grateful and honored for being a part of this family. I honor my dad and my mom. Because of you, I'm here on this planet. I have a body, I have a mind, and I have a soul. Thank you for being here on this planet. Even though if you don't feel it, that you're happy being here on this planet, it doesn't matter, just say it. You will see the release in an instant of a moment. And then you say, I obey my ancestors. Because of my ancestors, I'm here in this body. And I'm releasing all the burden, being a woman, being a man, being the firstborn or the second. And I do honor the unborn children within our family. I honor and respect you. I'm releasing you. I'm giving all the information back to you, and I take my rightful place within my family. And then you say the firstborn child or second, like for me, I'm the second, so I say, I'm the second child within my family, and I take my rightful place now. Breathe in and out. I respect my firstborn brother, and I respect the child which came after me, which didn't be alive, which never came to earth, was never born. I respect and honor you. I love you. And I honor and respect my sister, which is the fourth child within the family system. I take my rightful place as the second born. And then you breathe that energy in, and you will feel like the energy is rising and clearing even more up. And then you say, I respect everyone in their position. It's like a puzzle. Every puzzle is unique, and every puzzle has to be in the right space and right place. If it's not in the right place, there's never going to be a beautiful painting or picture. So if you're being a piece of a puzzle within your family, if they talk to you or not, it doesn't matter. You are a part of the full picture, okay? That's why you were born into that family. So we're clearing and healing that right now. So say thank you and breathe in and out. Take some water if you want. And then see how you feel. Do you feel any changes when you did that exercise? Just give me a feedback if you like. Then there's one more. Please say the things that we have to repeat a bit slower, that take breaks. As I said, you can rewatch the video. And you can also write it down on your own, but it's not about the words, it's about the energy and the frequency. So you can say, I take my place within the family dynamic. I'm the first, second, third born within the family. I honor and respect my family members. Breathe into your heart, Patek. You need to stay in your heart energy. You can put your hands on your heart. I know it's not always easy, but it's very powerful. And then you just say, I take my rightful place now. Breathe in and out for the highest good of all. Okay, that's the next exercise is, we have meridians in our body. This is the kidney meridian here on the collarbone. And it's now about you being a man or being a woman, feeling right about yourself. Some men are born into this world and they always feel wrong. They always step into someone else's shoes. They were wearing someone else's shoes and they're not living the life they're supposed to live. So I want you to take those fingers, tap it on the collarbone, okay? Oh, great. That's awesome when you smile. That's good. We're going to some more clearing and cleansing. It's very easy exercise, very practical. You can do it anytime, anywhere. So touch and tap that collarbone, which is the kidney meridian. The kidney meridian is about relationships, about family. It's about your sexuality, being right as a man as you are. You say, I am right as a of course, I'm a woman, so you say I'm right as a man the way I am, and keep tapping it. And think of all the negative feelings you have being a man, being a woman, whatever you relate with it, which is negative, maybe which you have seen in your brother or in your father or in your grandfather or in your uncle. Whatever negative things you see in man, tap it and feel it, and you will see the more you tap that energy, that negative energy will be released. So you say, I am right the way I am as a man. I'm right the way I am as a man. And keep breathing. And what you can do is, if an energy, a negative thought is really negative about you, because when you write things down, beliefs and thoughts about you or your dad, I want you to feel that very strong. And if it's very strong and just through this tapping it doesn't get less, let's say your dad used to be very like emotional cold, and he wouldn't be able to give a lot of affection. So you feel always as a man you're not able to open up your heart and be emotional. So feel that, and then I want you to tap and think of that here, 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 and here. Okay, keep doing that. And keep feeling that energy, that negative energy, that your dad was cold, he wasn't able to show you affection and love. Or your mom made you feel wrong, you being a man, because she has issues with men. Many mothers have that. They have issues with men and they project it onto you. So I want you to tap on those points, visualizing and feeling that energy and that feeling and emotion, that anger and hate, and feeling wrong about yourself, and keep doing it till you feel the energy gets lighter. Okay, and then keep tapping here again and say, I am right the way I am. I feel good about myself being a man. I am right the way I am. I feel good about myself being a man. And I'm the best version of myself. I am the best version of myself because I chose to. I choose and chose and will choose love. Loving myself, honoring myself, seeing myself with loving and caring eyes. And keep tapping, and then take two of the fingers, go to the left side of your chest, and then you make a small soft circle and say, I love and I accept myself fully from my heart with all my problems and struggles. I love myself with all my negative thoughts and beliefs about myself, and all the negative thoughts and beliefs I feel and I think others have about me. Breathe in and out. And just release, breathe in out. And you can feel like all of a sudden you feel like yawning, and your body, you want to stretch, and then your muscles release, because all the tension will be released from your body, and you will feel like freedom and a shift within yourself. Okay, you can always message me and give me some feedbacks. Okay, so those exercises are very simple, very easy, and it's making a big shift in your body. Okay, you can do the same exercise in childhood with going to the kindergarten. How did your friends and mates like see you and connect with you? How did you feel within a group? How did you do the same and write it down in school? the teachers, how did they treat you? You can do the same with your mom and your dad, like you can start with your dad and then you start doing it with your mom. I want you to close your eyes and feel your heart. When you feel your heart, are you able to feel yourself? Do you feel some happiness? Do you feel peace? Or do you feel it's heavy and you feel it's like a wall, it's tight, you cannot breathe? How does it feel? You thinking about and feeling yourself as being a man. Are you allowing yourself, are you being able to feel love and to be loved and to let yourself love by others? Just say the first thing what comes to your mind, yes, no. If I ask you, are you allowing others to love you unconditionally? Are you allowing yourself to love yourself unconditionally? Are you feeling your body and do you feel good within being in your body? Breathe in and out and see what the answers are. And the more no's you have, the more you feel the rejection you have towards yourself. So I want you to feel that rejection you have towards yourself. And I would like you to give me, like write down on piece of paper or you write it here, when did you feel the first time rejection? When did you feel it and why? What happened? And this rejection, how does it help you to feel rejected? When we have blockages and trauma and fear of love and all that, it's not always bad. It's a protection. We have our system, our body put up walls to protect us, right? Like if we have a house with a garden and we have a fence, the fence is there first of all to show our healthy boundaries, but second of all to protect us, and third of all to let only people in which we want to have in our space. But sometimes, especially mothers and fathers, they're violating our space. They think they're doing the best for us when we are born, but they have their own beliefs, their own how do you say, expectations, how we should be, how society wants us to be, how school wants us to be, how the kindergarten and other children wants us to be. So that fear and that anger or whatever you feel about rejecting yourself, when did it happen the first time? And how does it help you? Why is this program helping you? You can write it down. And I want you to talk to the rejection. I want you to talk to the expectations people had from you. You felt, because we as children, we're so psychic. You're very psychic. You're very sensitive. You know what people were thinking about you. You know what people were expecting from you. You know, and you knew when you did something right or wrong. But of course, we're here to learn. We're here to have experiments. We want to be naughty. We want to try things. Just because we did something wrong in the eyes of others, it doesn't mean it was wrong to us. So please look at the rejection, that protection, that positive aspects of whatever you created to protect yourself. Which color does it have? And where in your body can you feel that rejection and that protection program? Where in you, just trust your first guidance, whatever, if it's here or in the ear, on your head, whatever it is, the first, just trust it. So I want you, let's say it's here, the wrist, okay? Maybe you have marks and they are related to marks and scars. Just feel, and you can touch that place even, and then go into that pain, that memory of that place in your body, and let it become like really big. It's a feeling. Make it as big as you can, even if it's fear or rejection or something negative. It doesn't matter. Make it as big as you can, like it should go beyond your body. And which color does it have? And make that color big. And then see what's behind that feeling. There's another feeling, another situation. What's behind it? Where in your body is that feeling? Trust your intuition. Go to that place, touch that place if you like or can, and let it become really big again, as much as you can. And then again, what's behind that feeling? And keep going behind the feelings and situations and memories. Keep going behind. Look deeper, look deeper. And what is the last memory before it turns into something positive? What color, what emotion do you need in that situation which gives you a good feeling about yourself, being yourself? Whatever first color comes into mind, just imagine there is, let's say, a green color. You imagine there's a green balloon. The balloon is coming, orange, red, lower stomach, okay? Red. Which color do you need? You're saying it helped to not be inappropriate, so the rejection helps me to not be rejected and judged, exactly because you're protecting yourself. So sometimes people might think, or you think you're like careless or you don't care, but actually you do. It's just yourself, the way of you protecting yourself. So which color do you need? Just visualize that balloon with, let's say, a green color, and inhale the green color into your body, into your lungs, and your whole body becomes green, okay? Do that, and then you will see a shift and change in the energy and in the emotions. If you feel there's not a big shift, then look, do you need another color? Inhale it and let it become really big till you feel the shift of the energy. Breathe in and out. Take your time. Sometimes your body starts tingling. You might get headache. If you get headache, drink some more water. If you get headache, put your hands on your heart and breathe more into your body. If you have headache, or if you feel your body is vibrating, or you feel dizzy, it's because the old energy is leaving your body. What you can do is, you can say, I'm 100% in my body. I'm body, mind and soul. I'm 100% within my body. I'm body, mind and soul. Thank you, my dear loving soul. I'm 100% within my body. I'm body, mind and soul. Breathe in and out. And remember, whoever's watching this video, it's a collective. So if you're talking to one person, it doesn't matter. You're all connected. It's about frequency. So you might have very similar issues on topics. Maybe you're aware of it, maybe not. It's always different. But we are always in the collective. So whatever is released, it's for everyone. I want you to please write down where in your chart about being neglected. Did you always have food Did you always have the food you needed? Did your parents make you eat something your body didn't digest and rejected it? Did you get the things you needed, the hugs and kisses from your parents? Did you get the right clothes? Did you get all the affection, love and care in childhood, in the kindergarten, in school, in the workplace? Write down the things you wished you would have gotten. And when you write all those things down from your childhood, which you feel and you felt neglected, unloved, unwanted, and then later in life, can you see yourself attracting those situations over and over again? So I want to shift and change that. You know, especially for men, when you come into puberty, your voice changes, your hormones changes, you have a stronger sex drive. Maybe you want to watch porn, maybe you did watch porn. I watched my first porn when I was 11, secretly on TV. It was like all black and white. Or my dad used to have porn magazines in the house. And I found those because I was very nosy and I always wanted to discover things and find things and see things. So with a very young age, I was exposed to sexual, like nude bodies and all that, and to sexuality. So my relationship and dynamic, how I saw porn and how I saw sexuality, of course, is different when you see those magazines or those videos. So I want you to write down, how did you feel in your puberty about your voice changing, about having a sex drive? How did you see your mom? How did you see your dad? How did you see your sister when she became her boobs or whatever? How did you see other women? Did you feel ashamed of yourself? Did you feel embarrassed? Were there situations you felt totally losing control and not being supported and not being understood by your parents or others? Or did maybe people make fun of you? Or you were the hero, you were the leader and everyone was admiring you and you was like, oh my gosh, I just wish they would just let me be. Or you were the best in sport and you always had to reach up to those expectations. Or maybe you had overweight and people made fun of you. Or you had a funky hairstyle and they didn't like it. Or they said, wow, you're the dude, and everyone copied you. How did you feel about your body, about your sexuality, about the changes about your body, about your friends connected to sexuality? Did you watch porn and how did it make you feel? Do you feel sometimes when you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, a relationship, and you want to have sex, that you have complications, that you can't open up yourself? I know many men have issues getting an orgasm, or they need a certain stimulation or kicks, and like many kicks or many changing partners, so they don't get bored. And it made me obsess about them. Okay. So that means for a man, actually, it's actually crazy, because you hit puberty, you want to have sex. I denied that there were changes. Okay, so that means you had to suppress yourself, you had to suppress and reject yourself, which is you are not being able to love yourself, which is a big issue, because later in life that part is always rejecting you and you will create rejection in your surrounding. So now I want to come back to women having power over men, and that's one reason why men can be physical abusive, they can be very harsh, and be not because they're bad, not because you're bad, it's because you don't want women to control you. Now let's say there are women, and especially also mothers, they play and manipulate emotional. They say, oh, I'm so sick, and because of you, oh, you're my little darling baby, or my husband left me, and you are now the man in the house. Those things are the worst things ever to say to a boy, especially a boy who has a crush on a woman and she's not in love with him, but she just plays and she wraps him around the finger and she gets everything from the boy she wants and she plays with the man. But I want you guys to take your power back. I want you to realize that it's not the bad woman, it's not the bad mother, it's about your female energy within yourself. You need to reconnect, which is not manipulating you. That's not Antje, that's my cat. It's a male cat. Oh, that's the best. Okay, that's actually amazing that he does that right now. So he's my neighbor's cat. He's not my cat, right? But he's a male energy. I always used to have female cats. So this cat, I don't know what he went through in his past. He wants to be loved, he wants to be petted, but when he was sitting and staying in front of my door and crying, and I was like, you're not my cat, I don't want you to come in, because my neighbor told me, she said, no, that's my cat, you cannot feed him. I said, okay, I will not feed him. But he wouldn't leave and he wouldn't stop crying. So I let him in and he was so scared. He didn't want to, like, he wanted to come in, but at the same time he was so scared and so insecure that he didn't want to come in because he was scared. So what I did is I left the door open, I kept the door open and I gave him space. So that's most important, give yourself space for whoever you are. So then he would come close and he would come in and he would just stay 10 minutes, sleep, and he would go. But when I tried to pet him, he would bite me because he was scared. He thought I'm going to hit him, or I'm going to do something to him. So I didn't care because my intention is pure. And my intention was, I'm going to give you time, I'm going to give you space till you get used to me, until you start trusting me. So what you can do is, why I'm telling this story is, there's a female energy within you. And there's a male energy within you, and the surrounding is just a reflection. So I want you to write down, how do you see men and how do you see women? Are they loving and caring and kind? Are they manipulating? If they're manipulating, so then of course if it's positive, there's nothing to change. You can be happy about it, be grateful. If there's negative aspects, I want you to look at those negative aspects and look within yourself. Why do you reject yourself? Why do you manipulate yourself? Why are you scared of yourself? I will tell you, the female energy is intuition, receiving, nourishing, psychic abilities, being creative, being emotional. So this is all the feminine aspect. Peace, love, caring, the moon energy, silver. So please look at those things. Why are you afraid of it? Why are you scared of it? So then finally one day what happened is, my neighbor messaged me and she said, oh, they're having construction going on, if I have food. I said, no, I don't have food because I promised I'm not going to feed him. But the part is that even though I didn't give him food, I gave him the space, the love and the affection he needed. So I would start petting him very carefully on the head, just touching him. And I was like observing him. Where can he be touched? Which part is okay for him, which not? He didn't like it to be petted somewhere he couldn't see it. But if I would like just go here on the cheek, he startly got used to it. So if I would pet him too long, he again would bite me because he was scared. He wasn't used to all the love and affection. And now I can just pet him, I can tease him, I can play with him. And he smells me and he's like, okay, and now he starts even like affectionately licking my hand because he knows that I would never ever do something to him. So it's about giving yourself the time, the love and the affection and the space you need. Are there people in your life which treat you wrong? Stay away from them. Are there people in your life which are really nice and kind towards you and you get scared because you might feel they want something from you? Take yourself, give yourself time and space. If you want to get to know a woman, take time, you know. It's like, I noticed that everything is going so fast and everyone is overwhelmed and people are closing up more and more and more because they stop getting to know each other. But more than that, getting to know another person is get to know yourself. So next homework is, I want you to do a collage. Get a big piece of paper, get a lot of magazines and colors and stickers and whatever, and I want you to do a big collage and do on that collage, what do you need to get to know yourself? That means time with yourself. What kind of food do you like? If you haven't tried different foods from different cultures, how can you know if you like it or not? Don't reject it, try it out and see how your body reacts and how you like it. I see women as amazing, I love them. I have problem with positive views on men. See them mostly as stupid, violent, detached from emotions. I see women want to control and change me. Okay, so I want to give those examples. Now you say you see women as amazing and you love them. My question is, what do you love about them? So that means in a way that's good because that female energy within yourself is healthy. But you say you see mostly men as stupid, violent and detached from emotions. Okay, so the male energy, the female energy cannot without the male, and the male cannot do without the female. It's like yin and yang. Each of them can stand individually, but together they're being like this huge, amazing creation, okay? Like creating a child, creating you. So when you look at the male energy, the healthy male energy is strong, powerful. He does and changes things. He's energetic. He's giving in a sense that he's providing. He is dynamic. He always wants to do things. He wants to provide. And they're very innovative. So please look into that. And we're going to do an exercise about it, how to release that. But I want you to see what's the positive side of the male and the female energy. So I see women want to control and change me. So that means the female energy is also psychic abilities, right? So like even money is male energy. But money is not bad. It's how you use the money. You can help people and donate money, or you can use knowledge and wisdom and can help people to create money. But money comes to you when you have self-love and self-worth. Now I want to give you an exercise. You being human, being the bridge between Mother Earth and Father Heaven, okay? You being the bridge. Like the throat is the bridge between the head and the heart, okay? So the heart is connected to the source, but the head in a healthy way is very important. It's never bad because your head is executing all the ideas and visions your heart has, okay? So we have a home, and in a home we have the female energy which makes a home homely, but at the same time the male energy creates and builds the house, which manifests the home. So both energies are very important. So Father Heaven has the knowledge, the wisdom and the guidance to guide you here on earth and to protect you. Very strong, very important energy. Mother Earth gives you the stability, the nourishment, the roots, so that you can grow and develop yourself. Okay, so both aspects are very, very important. So coming back about puberty, sexuality, and about the feeling in yourself. So I want you to feel and see, how did you see your dad? How did you see your mom? Because it always comes back to one. If you have issues with partnership, relationships, or work is mostly related to the father, the male energy. Relationships, it's the father or the mother energy. If it's to your home or your body or your health, look into it, the mother relationship. Was your mom very fearful and worried and scared all the time? Which is the tendencies of the mothers, that they're always worried. So if you grew up with no father and you grew up with a mother, that means you maybe have more fear within yourself than the father who says, come on, you can do it, climb the tree, just do it, you know, and if you fall, it's okay, you hurt yourself. But some fathers also say, don't cry, you're not allowed to cry being a man, which is of course nonsense. A man has to be strong, is not allowed to cry, which is bullshit. So the mother would say, oh, I still love you, so it's okay to cry. But she also sometimes might be that scared that she won't let you do anything to learn to stand on your own feet. So you create codependencies, right? Hate-love. So hate-love relationships. If you have any questions, please ask me, okay? So what I want you to do is, we want to do an exercise to release something. The first exercise is like a meditation, which again, you take a crystal which represents your mom and one your dad, a crystal which you don't need anymore, okay? So this exercise, please do that when you go into nature. And when you go into nature, I want you to write that you have that paper, right? All those negative things about your dad and about your mom, please take them with you when you go into nature, and also take some apples or fruits and give them as an offering to nature. Say thank you. Do it on a day you feel comfortable. Go to a lake, stream, river, forest, whatever you feel comfortable, but there should be some water close by, and take those two crystals. So on that day, we can do a guided meditation now, and you just visualize it. I just go through with you through the process. Close your eyes, breathe in and out, take a sip of water if you want before we start. Okay, close your eyes, breathe into your heart. And you're just visualizing leaving the house, having some apples and fruits, and having the piece of paper with all the negative notes and the burdens and sorrows from your dad and your mom. And you go out, sit in your car, go on the bicycle, go for a walk, and you go to a place which you have for yourself, peaceful, and there's a water, a stream, river, lake. And you take one of those crystals, which one represents your dad and one your mom. So please take the first one, which represents one of your parents. And you hold it. Take it in your hand and hold it. And feel all the burden and the sorrow, the things you wrote down, the pain, the suffering, the shame, the guilt, the hate, the rejection, the control, the energy of men are stupid, women are controlling. So take all those energies and bring them into the crystal. And from your heart, the arms are the extension of your heart. From your heart, bring it into your hands. All the heaviness that you can't breathe, the prison, it's like the iron around your heart. Bring all this energy, the heaviness, into your arms, into your hands, and bring it into the crystal. It goes, the energy goes into the crystal. And you will feel a change of the weight of the crystal. If you don't feel a change, then you have done it wrong. Then you have to do it again till the crystal becomes heavy with all the energy. You will feel a change of the weight. Take your time and breathe all the energy and feel all the energy. Let it bring it into that crystal in your hands. And then say, dear fairies, dear ancestors, thank you so much for being a part of this process of helping me release, clear, and integrate all my soul parts back into myself. Clear and heal my space. I know and I see all the suffering, all the burden you have been through. Dear dad or dear mom, I can see you with all the burdens and all your pain and all your sorrows and all your beliefs. I see you, but I'm an adult now. I'm not a baby anymore. And it's not, I know I love you. Even though maybe you couldn't show me the affection and the love I needed, I know you do love me. And the part within me who's able to love you loves you very much. But I don't have to love you. And everything which you have hurt me, I'm appreciating that within myself. I see the pain and I don't have to agree with that pain. I feel the pain, but I don't want that pain anymore. I choose love. I don't choose pain. I choose myself. And because I love myself so much, I'm giving you all the burden back to yourself. I'm not carrying it anymore. I see your tears. I see your cries. I see your pain. I'm not going to carry that anymore. It's yours. I'm giving it back to you. Because I know I can heal the same way you can heal if you want to, but it's not my responsibility. It's your responsibility. And if you want to heal, you can reach out for help and you can give it back to the place where it belongs and where it came from. I'm giving all the pain and all the burden and all the suffering back to the place where it came from. And you take the crystal and feel the heaviness of the crystal and give it back to Mother Nature and throw it into the lake or stream or wherever you are. Take the crystal, give it back to Mother Nature, and then you say, dear Mother Nature, thank you for transforming all that energy and giving back to the place where it belongs. Dear Father Heaven, thank you for guiding me in the process of being protected, loved and cared for. Mother Earth, you're nourishing me with all the love, affection. I'm healed. All the care I needed in my life, I'm going to get it now. I'm loved, I'm protected, I'm nourished. I'm worthy, I love myself, and I see the value of myself. I see myself with loving, caring eyes. Breathe in and out and see how you feel about letting go of the stone. There should be a big change and shift. And when you have given that stone back into the river, you bow, you take that paper and you burn it, and that ash you either give it back to the stream or you give it back to the soil, or you can give it back to the wind. And then when you go home, you write down all the beautiful things you want in your life. You say, I love women. Women love me. They support me. They respect me. I see women with loving, caring eyes. I see myself with loving, caring eyes. You can say, I see men very intelligent. I see men caring and loving. I see the new 5D man. And I see it within myself that I'm very intelligent. I'm a different man and I teach other men how to change. Okay, question is, and you write that down in color on paper, and then you can also put it on the collage and hang it on the wall. So when you look at the collage, you always feel good about it and you change and reprogram yourself. Why is it difficult for men to accept women telling them what to do? Why is it difficult for men to accept women telling them what to do? Sometimes I feel like they think I'm stupid when I know they are just trying to help me because that's about your self-worth, that's about your insecurity. So next time if someone wants to help you, after you have done all those exercises, you will see a shift and a change. You will just say those to women, you say, thank you, I really appreciate for helping me. And you just see all the values you have, because it's about exchange, because you can do many things women need help. Like, you know, for me, it's like, I don't like heavy work and I don't like to carry all this heavy stuff. But men, like, who do help me and just be kind and polite to me, I don't need men. But it makes me the most happiest woman on earth if a man is treating me with respect. Do you know how much healing is to me if a man is kind, loving and caring? It's not about you acting all the time, but it's about you just being there, you know, knowing you're being there. It's not about you have to act and do something all the time. You have no idea how many women do appreciate that, but the women who don't, stay away from them, okay? Then I just saw that my skepticism towards this exercise and more shamanic spirituality comes from fear, coming from my mom, that she always masked as an intellectual discernment. Yes? So, this exercise is shamanic in a way. It's connected with nature and the elements. But you're doing this exercise by yourself, not with me. So that means you're doing it from the power of yourself and your source. And this is true healing, because you have to do the homework. I'm not going to do it for you. So I can understand if your mom has that fear and she switched into your head, which means she is disconnected from the female divine energy. So if she doesn't have it, you put all those fears and that criticism and discernment, you put that in the stone and write it all down and do that exercise when you go in nature. And you can reply here in the chat maybe in 1 or 2 days and let me know how you feel and how things change around you. Just take all the energy and all the negative stuff which comes up now, write it on the paper and do that exercise from your dad and your mom, and do that and let me know how you feel, okay? And also right now in that meditation, there should be a change and a shift already. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you have any questions? I want to come back to the part of sexuality, porn and masturbation, control and stress. I know that many men who try to control their emotions because they feel when they show. Do you know why they say power is the most powerful weapon? It's not a weapon. It's actually funny, and the divine feminine is not a threat. I will explain now why. It's very important. Oh no, chance for me to do it soon. Bold for you to assume I have crystals and peaceful nature in Warsaw. Warsaw, awesome, Russia. We always have some places where we can go to. If you don't have a crystal, you just go and walk, and if you find a beautiful pebble on the road, that's awesome. You know, you take what you have, less is more. It's not about perfection, it's about the intention, always. So I love the Russian culture, man. They're the most amazing people, and that's the best example. So the goddess divine energy, which runs through the women, of course, but it also runs through men, is connecting with the source energy. And Poland, sorry, Warsaw, Poland, doesn't matter. Still, it's awesome. And I love the gnocchi or whatever, that potato thing. I love it. Awesome. With cheese. Okay. Okay, let's come back to the point. The female energy is very powerful, not because we are strong in physics. Yeah, Patek. But still, I love that Eastern culture. My dad is born in Czechoslovakia. I love Russia, Poland. It's all awesome. Anyways, the whole world is awesome. So what I noticed with the Eastern culture is their hearts are very closed. Many of them drink a lot of... No. Yeah, they are, but so are the Polish as well. We have a lot of Polish people in the city where I grew up. We have lots of Russian. My dad is Czechoslovakian, the Sri Lankan, the African. I have been in many countries and I lived there, so it's not just... The whole world is fucked up in a way that I want to come to that point now, which is important. We're talking about it. There's a saying that they say, love is the most powerful tool, weapon. It's not a weapon. What it does is, we people, we humans, men and women, both, we try to protect ourselves. Like when you're born as a child comes, is happy, is smiling, is just being itself, and it knows a baby's birthright is that the parents look after the child. So the baby is a beautiful divine being, but let's say the mother and the father have issues and they hit the child and they keep hitting the children because they want them to be strong in the world to survive. The more you get hurt, the more you get hit, the more you get criticized, the more you get blamed for and shamed for and abused. Sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. It makes you harder, 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 and it doesn't allow you to open up anymore. So now you have all those protections, all those shields, and one day one person comes totally in alignment, beautiful, open heart, open, and that person comes to you and is just being kind and loving and caring and full of love. I swear by God and I promise you, that person will trigger you the most and scare you the most, and you will be like mean and you will be pushing them away because they scare you. Why do they scare you? Not because they're dangerous, because they're so full of love that you cannot control yourself anymore. You cannot control the emotions and push them down anymore. You cannot control your anger anymore, and you don't want to hurt anyone. You're not a bad person, you're a good person. So you don't want to hurt anyone, but the person who's full of love triggers you, that it brings all the pain and the suffering and the memories up, which you feel, oh my gosh, they're dangerous to you. But it's not them, it's the love they have within themselves, because it's so high frequent that it totally triggers you and brings up the worst in you, not because you're bad, it's because you have pushed it down, deep down, which is not even from you, maybe it's just from your parents. That's why fear is so, that's why love is so feared and so how do you say, it's because love is wisdom. It's not something you read, it's something you know. It's a deep inner knowing, but that deep inner knowing comes from the heart. So when you have this heart knowing, again it opens your heart, and you reach your knowing when your heart is open. And all those things, the head starts saying, oh my God, no, this is dangerous, this is dangerous. It's a threat to us. Why is it a threat? Because in your childhood, when you went through all the trauma, the abuse, the pain, the shame and guilt, your head just wants to protect you. Never curse and abandon your brain, because your brain reacts towards what you experience. It's just protecting you and saying, no, don't get into your heart. When you open your heart, We are being vulnerable. We don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to be hurt again. We want to be protected. This person is a danger to us. Love is dangerous. But it's not the love. It's actually, just imagine you have a deep scar, okay? And that scar is full of infection. It's not healing. It keeps hurting. So everyone, and your full body is full of scars and protection and, full of scars and pain. And every time that person comes to you with a cream and says, you know what, I want to help you, I want to love you, I want to hug you, but when they hug you, it will just hurt you so much and you scream in pain. But you didn't see that they have a cream. They just wanna touch you gently and put the cream on the scar. We're not talking about the Polish government right now, okay? The government and religion and society all over the world, it's about manipulation and hurting you. And then when love comes, which is the Divine Father and Divine Mother, it's about healing. So we're talking about, we want to heal, okay? So we are shifting from the masculine energy to a balance between female and male energy, which is the love comes and heals you and heals your wounds, so that when someone comes and wants to hug you, that you can hug them. But at the same time, you have the heart knowledge, and that's the Taurus energy, that you feel if someone has good intentions or not, that you feel, you have the knowing if someone is honest or not. Because your body, you're not numb anymore, you're not wounded anymore, you're healed. And when you're healed, you will feel, your body will react and connect with you and communicate with you and tell you who's honest and not, who is good and means good for you and not. So it's about stay focused, Bartek. It's and Vince also, all of you who's watching that, stay focused about healing the wounds. Okay, what is it? The worst thing is what we can do on earth is, oh, this person, your sister is bad, your brother is bad, this culture is bad, this religion is bad. No, they're good in the bad society, and there are bad people in the good society. There's light in the darkness, and there's darkness in the light, always. So it's never about the culture, it's never about the people, it's never about the government. There are good people in the government. There are good men and there are good women. But we have to heal and look into it. So what you can do is look into all those exercises and keep seeing what's going on around you, and keep, whenever you see something, you're shifting an energy. Let's say about the government. All government people are bad. No. I know many government people, it's good they are there. They have to follow a certain structure, but I have worked a lot with politicians, okay? And no, I've never slept with them. They respect me because I'm strong and I work very hard, and I proved myself to them that I'm not viable. I don't fall for what they say. I'm not scared of them. I treat them like everyone. So now they're reaching out to me because they know I have a knowledge and I have a way of living which is healthy, and they can see that and they feel that. So now I look at government people, and I did studies on them. I did observe, and I saw that they're amazing good people. They would do anything for their family, but they're full of fear. Why? Because most of the rich people, they're not bad. They grew up without love because they went to so-called boarding schools without their parents, without love, without affection. So what are they doing? They're protecting themselves. They don't feel much. They don't get much affection. And they're always scared. Hi, Shabab. And they're always scared of losing people. So what they do is they work a lot with control and manipulation. First of all, because they want to protect themselves. Second of all, they don't trust anyone. And third of all, they want money and wealth because they feel that helps them to increase their self-worth, because that's what they learned. That's what they were trained to. That's military energy. So what can we do is, the more men are stepping, it's like there's something called the torus field. it's also the collective. So the more men heal, and now all out there for women, the more women heal their masculine toxic energy within themselves, and the more men heal the divine and activate the divine feminine and toxic energy, which is there to heal that and activate the divine energy within themselves, the more the collective is changing, and the torus energy is creating an electrobiomagnetic field which starts minus and plus. It's like polarity, which we need to have a flow of energy. And that's when yin and yang comes into together, and that creates the torus. Okay, it's amazing how science works, and all you have to do is do those exercises I just did with all of you. Please do it and give me a feedback. Please do the collage, do all the tapping, do all this, write the things down, and go, not every day, but every week, go through childhood, parents, school, kindergarten, work. How do you see men? How do you see women? Do that. I promise you will have big change and shifts, and you will see how the surrounding and the environment changes, and also the place where you are will start changing and shifting. I promise you, wherever I travel in the world, things around me change. Even places where have been like really low vibrational, there were broken houses. Like, I'm from Germany. I grew up in a place from the Second World War. There were a lot of Polish people, Russian people, Turkish people, and the buildings many were old and destructed. We had places of government. We were like one of the last places on the whole of Germany which shut down after the World War. They were producing weapons there. And when I was thinking, why do I live there? There's so many dead souls. So I would go to the forest. I did all the healings for the ancestors. Within 1 year, and after many years, they haven't done anything. The whole of city, they did renovation, they did new roads, they did new parks. They changed a lot. And I was thinking, I realized that because I traveled all over the world and over so many years, and I'm 40 years old. And then I realized, wow, I'm doing a lot for the earth grid healing, and you do that too the moment you heal and activate yourself. So this is the torus energy. It gets activated the more healing you do, and the more you do the healing, the more knowledge and wisdom comes back to you because your heart is opening up. So I want to do, if you have questions, ask me, and I want to do a last heart exercise and heart healing. And please message me and give me a feedback about the changes you have. And always, if you feel you're going to your head, please go and breathe back into your heart. That's so important. Okay, so I want you to do an exercise which is about, you can sleep with the rose quartz in your bed. You know, that's what I hold them, and I have them in my bed. And what I want you to do is, breathe into your heart, close your eyes. Is there still a wall? Is there still pain and fear of being loved? What's the biggest fear when someone loves you honestly and deeply? What's the biggest fear of being vulnerable? What is the worst case which can happen to you if you open up your heart? Ask yourself. And that fear might be not from this life, it might be from your ancestral lineage, or it might be from your past life, which is very old. What is the biggest fear you have that maybe someone leaves you? But if they leave you, you can reframe and reverse it and say, you know, I'm thankful for that person that they left me, because they didn't have maybe the right intentions and they were not good for me. So universe protected me, so they left me. They went out of my frequency because I'm supposed to receive something much more caring, loving, and supportive. So whoever left me, thank you, because I'm open for the right people, for the soul tribe to come into my life. I'm opening up myself for the right people to come into my life, who are protective, who are supportive, who are helping each other, who are caring and nice, and who are respecting me, my boundaries, and who seeing me for who I am, and I can be myself. And I don't have to protect myself because we all respect each other, okay? So I want you to bring that energy. Which color does it have? Which emotion does it have? Which symbol does it have? And breathe it into your heart. And the moment you breathe it into your heart, it activates the torus energy, which vibrates, goes in and out, and from up to down, and also from Father Heaven to earth and up and down. It comes from both sides, okay? It comes from Father Heaven, but it also comes from Mother Earth, and it also creates this energetic space which creates more life force and life energy within you and attracts the right soul tribe into your life, okay? Breathe it all in. Feel that energy in your body, it vibrates, and I'm telling you, you might be not able to sleep properly, or you might be very exhausted and tired. Then sleep, eat the things you like, be vegetarian, drink enough water, have lots of vegetables for 2 days, go into nature, rest, sleep. If anger comes up, be angry and speak your truth. If you want to cry, cry, okay? If you feel miserable, it's absolutely okay, because you're going to release and clear and heal a lot, okay? Do you guys have any more questions? Because I'm going to end that here. Having problems to connect. Shabab, you came on later. You please watch the video from the beginning. You will have, it will go easy for you. I can't wait to try your exercises on the beach in Tulum this week. Yes, Vince, when you come, message me when you're here, okay? Maybe we can meet up, who knows? Yeah, please do that. Oh, especially, I want to say something about different cultures, which I have noticed. Like the Mayan culture is very much connected to the Venus Andromedan energy, which is about learning to love yourself and not to sacrifice yourself for being loved, okay? Very important. The Eastern culture, like the Russian people, it's the Pleiades. They're very amazing light healers and workers. They have amazing healing abilities working with light codes. The African culture can have this amazing strong feminine energy which got distracted a lot, and for them it's to reawaken that. The Sri Lankan culture has a lot of this Lemurian energy, which is also about healing the wounded masculine. I mean, it's incredible how much incest, it's actually so sad how much incest they have, so much sexual abuse, so much alcohol addiction, and so many men are suffering because they're so scared of opening up and showing their emotions, because they did get hit by women or by their mothers or their fathers, because the fathers and mothers wanted to make them strong, and because the British did overrule the Asian, like India and all them, because they wanted them to function. The moment your heart is closed, it's easy for people to control them, because when your heart is closed, you can't feel what you want and what you need. So I really want you to do the collage and write down, what do you need? What are your needs? Are you tired? Do you give yourself rest to sleep? If you have the food, do you eat the food you want? If you want to do sport, especially men, they either overdo it, they overstep their limits, or they don't do it and they feel like lazy. So how much sport do you need? How much is good for you? How much is too much for you? Don't compare yourself with others. Never. You're being unique. You don't know what kind of starseed you are. You don't know what genes and cultures you have within yourself. So learn and get to know yourself. The more you know yourself, the easier it is to differentiate, oh, this is the person, this is me, this is what I feel, this is what the other person feels. Many times when men feel angry, it's not even your anger. It's someone else's anger. It's a starseed. It's being an empath, okay? All right, I hope it did help you. I hope it really, and I know in the bottom of my heart, it will really support you and shift energies within you. Yeah. Okie dokie, guys. So I'll talk to you soon. Drink enough water. Don't have coffee and alcohol for the next 2 days, okay? Please. If you get headache, put your feet in cold water, drink enough, get minerals, get supplements, don't overdo it, just, you know, start and listen to yourself, and give your time to rest and heal, you know. It's not just a one-day thing. Sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes months, and it's totally okay. I really love you guys. Thank you so much for trusting me and opening up. And you will also see that some of the addictions will just fall off because you are getting the things you need. Addiction is always searching for yourself. Okay, so every one of us has addiction. Gambling, porn, sexuality, food, sport. There's so many ways being addicted to a person, to a place, to movies, to games. It's just showing that we want an anchor, but our anchor is within ourselves. And once you activate that, you will have major shifts, trust me. Gotta go back to exercise later and rewatch. Yes, I'm anyways done. Thank you so much for all of you. Thank you so much. We will reach out. When in Tulum, you're amazing. Yeah, I can't be. No, I can't. No, just for 2 days. You can have it later, but not just for today and tomorrow. Just don't do those things, just that it's easier. But you gotta have coffee for 2 days. You can manage 2 days, and then, you know, I like to do that also because when you don't have it for 2 days, alcohol, beer, coffee, meat, you see all the emotions which come up and all the triggers, and then again you can do the healing because you want to be free, right? You don't want to be depending on something, substance, food, situation, people. You want to be free. So when you allow yourself just not to do it for 2 days, it will give you a sense of freedom, and it will shift, and it will trigger you and show what comes up, and then you can again do the healing. It just helps you to be more free. It's not because I'm trying to control you or manipulate you or tell you what to do. I just want you to realize and be aware of yourself, how your body reacts and why you need it, what emotions come up if you have a coffee or not. That's just about you getting to know yourself, okay? All right. Bye guys, bye girls, bye.